Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, the final show. I don't know why it was difficult for me to remember that, and I had to glance at the screen. But no, yeah, this is the final Taylor Swift Eras Tour show in its, I imagine it's in entirety. It is 3 hours and 27 minutes long. If they cut out anything, I imagine it might have, I think every once in a while she had, or maybe all the time, she has a special guest appear on stage with her, and maybe due to rights issues or whatever, they didn't put that segment in the video. I really don't know. If you were there, you might know. I don't know. Yeah, if you were there, there's a lot of people. Man, I just gotta say this. It's a full arena. It is. It's the BC Place or Stadium in Vancouver, and it's packed. It's full. It is just, and I've seen plenty of concerts like this where they try to sell every single seat, but there is a wall behind the performers. There's this huge like runway kind of stage that. And then there's like a video wall, and things come through that video wall. At one point, an entire cabin comes through that wall, and it almost looks invisible at times, and it also seems to be see-through, but it can't be the entire time. So the people who have seats behind the stage, I feel sorry for them, unless they just put little lights up there, which, no, I'm looking at some pictures here. I can't really tell, but everybody gets a wristband when they come in with a little light, and it's all synced. Nobody has to bring their lighter. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody has to hold up their phone necessarily. All of them are holding up their phones. Yes, you're at a Taylor Swift concert. Do you want to remember that moment you heard that song live that you listen to constantly? Well, guess what? Here you go. You're filming it. I've done it too. Yeah, but not at Taylor Swift concert. But it's just that everybody has the lights flow. They have that all controlled through every single person wearing a wristband, and yeah, it's all. It lets the color and the light flow throughout the entire stadium. And I have to wonder, either it's got to be people with the worst seats who probably also have the worst sound, or it's hopefully just a bunch of mounted lights in the area behind the screen. I'm just saying. I know you probably want to you'll spend almost anything to go see Taylor Swift, or your mom or dad bought you the tickets. They love you, and you got the tickets. And this doesn't speak for just this tour. This concert. I imagine all the concerts are like this. But when they tell you that you're behind the stage, just smile and say thank you. And it's still gonna. It was still. I'm sure it was still a great performance, great show that you saw wherever you saw her. I really hope they didn't spend $1,000 a ticket. Not even a tenth of that. But hey, you do what you can to see Tay Tay. I just said Tay Tay. Yes, this is from 2025. It is 3 hours and 27 minutes, as I said. This, I believe, was filmed. What they said was in December of 2024. So I don't know. So how necessarily how old this is, unless I got it wrong and it was 2025. But either way, yeah, pretty big show. And whether you like Taylor or not really isn't the issue here. I mean, there's plenty of people who can give about Taylor Swift, and that's fine. Not all music is for everybody, and you can still enjoy this. I enjoyed this. I genuinely enjoyed it, not because I listened to her music or anything. And honestly, I haven't heard any of most of these songs since the last time I watched her concert on Disney Plus. Somewhere in the middle of, or the early part of the Eras tour, where they actually filmed not too far from where I live at the. One of the stadiums. We have a lot of stadiums here in Los Angeles. And I've just forgotten it. It's one of the newer ones. But yeah, and it's huge. And it was a fantastic show then. This, though, has a special importance because it is literally the last show of the entire tour. Over 10 million people went to see her in concert, 149 shows around the entire world. And I don't need to tell you all this if you're a fan. If you're a fan, yeah, you've watched this probably a couple times already. I don't have to explain to you how crazy it is. How she's immensely talented. I can't pretend that's not the case. Also, not going to hate on somebody for no reason, as some people feel they must in order to have certain credibility with their music taste. Like some people just go, "Oh, Taylor Swift, I don't like her because I like this band or this artist. They are so much better." Well, you know what? Maybe they are, but they might not even be in the same genre, the same style, the same intent, the same talent. And you know what? That's great. Have the passion for the music you love. Just don't need to crap on everybody else's stuff. Speaking of which, this is a room full of passionate people. These are people who are crying before this first note gets played. And they cut to people in the audience. Yes, it's majority teenage girls and their moms, their dads, some just dudes. Just everybody is in this, and they're having a fantastic time. It made me think. I've done a lot of concerts in my life. I've seen a lot of concerts, but I've also been behind the scenes. I've been backstage in a lot of concerts. In my life, I've seen well over 1,000, if not thousands, of concerts, like individual shows or individual performances within a festival or things like that. I can't count them in my entire life. And I've seen shows at this scale as well. Paid money to see shows that are this scale or even larger. And it's never necessarily about just the artist. It's music is unique when it comes to artistry, things that we shared enjoyment of things, shared entertainment between people, movies, video games, television. We all can share in these things and talk about how great this show was, or how much I didn't like this movie, or very passionate, say, about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or in my case, like Star Wars, especially, as I've enjoyed it for nearly 50 years now. Music is different because we can internalize music. We can listen and do more than just listen. It shapes kind of how we are, or it reflects how we feel, and we connect in ways that nobody else can necessarily understand. But it's a great thing when we get together with other people who have had their same connection with this music. And yes, just get into a room of tens of thousands of people, 100,000 people. I don't know how many people fit in this thing, in that stadium, but whew, when you get that many people screaming their brains out for 3.5 hours, and just singing along, and no two people feel exactly the same, but you still connect. You connect in this moment as she might be a dot on the stage from wherever you're sitting. You're connecting with the artist. You're connecting with the music. You're connecting with everybody else. And there's absolute joy in that. And again, that's not just a Taylor Swift concert. That is something that, think of whatever band you might have gone to see in a concert. Hopefully it's a band you love. And I've felt that many times over the years. You just don't think about it. It's sort of an innate quality of enjoying music in a live setting with an artist you appreciate and respect. And this just watching this, seeing the looks on the faces, everybody singing along, everybody, there's no way to just go, well, that's dumb. Or that's not really good. It's not good music. No. I don't care what your opinion or what my opinion of music is or what her music is. Her music affects people. Her music touches people. The words and how the how it all comes together and all expressed in just a relentless show. It's yeah, there's probably parts that are more instrumental and that they have to cut out so she can change her outfit, but she has some pretty innovative outfit changes, and they have lots of other stuff going on for when those times when those outfit changes take a little bit longer than just her getting covered by people with umbrellas and suddenly she has a different outfit. She she makes a lot of really good use of that stage. That stage is fantastic. It's a video screen as it is. Every part of it, it moves up and down, different layers, different levels. It opens up in the bottom where she can just suddenly she's not there and suddenly she is. She just pops out of the stage as needed and boom. Or she needs to leave. Well, she could just slowly melt into the stage. Or at one point she literally dives. She belly flops in a sense into this open body-sized gap in the floor, and where the stage looks like water for the most part, and she just jumps right in, and it's a beautiful exit. It's clever and it's daring and it's fun. And so what you get with this is a girl with a lot of attitude. Until I saw her one of her specials that she did for her album that is just done during the pandemic, I had no idea that she has a potty mouth. She uses some strong language, and she really ramps up the sexy. So yeah, you might have preteens that are really really into this. I'm not about to tell you whether it's cool to listen to her or not, but I have a feeling she's a better influence on any kid than a lot of what's going on in the world today. So there's quite a bit of profanity. I'm not complaining. So, but I'm a grown man, and I don't have to hide this from my children because I do not have children. That asterisk that I know of. I don't need to tell the Taylor Swift fans to watch this. You've already watched it. I want to watch more of the documentary now about these final shows leading up to the finale. That I liked the first episode. I really want to see the rest. Like there's 5 more, and now I think I have seen though every single thing from Taylor Swift to date on Disney Plus. So, well, she's gonna do, I guess, the new album that came out didn't do great, but unless she does a special on Showgirls or something, story of a showgirl, whatever that's called, on Disney Plus, I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't seem like a thing that would go on Disney Plus, but hey, I'll watch it. I can honestly say I enjoy her performances. I really, whether even if I hated it, I can't hate the stage production, the band, just the performance of the dancers and everything else. Anything that is just more than strumming a guitar and I'm singing in a microphone. That's fine for some bands, absolutely. When you don't have the production value or the budget to do something on the scale of this show, it's fine. It's fine. I love small club type of performances, and I've put on my fair share of small club performances, and there's been some of my most favorite moments in musically in my life. I once promoted a band that performed in literally the front part of a diner, like a restaurant. And people just crammed into the booths and sat on the floor. And it wasn't just like an acoustic coffee shop thing. It was fully electric. And these guys put on nearly 2 hours performance that you had to step over people just so you could go to the bathroom at some point. But they put on such a performance that it's still one of my favorite concerts of all time. And I think it's one of their favorite concerts of all time. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it was pretty great. So, yeah, enjoy the music. That get a chance. There's a lot of people are not concert people, and I can understand why you may not want to pay $1,000 plus for a concert like on this scale. It's not a light purchase, especially when it's a fight to the death to get tickets, because everybody wants. 10 million people got to see her in those shows over the course of this tour, and 10 million more plus wanted tickets as well. So, and plus those people probably want to go twice and 3 times or 100 times. There's probably people who way too much money who saw most of the shows around the world, and yeah. But if you love music, if you have a passion for music, live concerts, or even just watching a live concert on a big screen, is just one of my favorite things to do. And I don't get to do it enough these days. So this was a nice little bump. Made me want to get out and see more shows, big and small. So, yeah. Definitely check this out. Even if you kind of like her, or you kind of, or your kids like him, or whatever, give it a shot. Take it a listen, and it's mesmerizing at some points where it's the choices they make, and the choices she makes. She's acting in many cases, not just, again, singing into a microphone while people dance around her. It's a much more layered performance than just, hey, I sing songs. It's a long way from her guest appearance on the Hannah Montana movie in a barn. I think that, or outside of a barn. I remember that. She was a guest song. I don't even know if she was really that famous at that point, or if she was. Where'd you go, Miley? You gave her some stage, and now she's crazy huge and gonna marry a football player, probably. They're engaged, right? I don't know. I'm just here for the music. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 32. If you don't know, if you're watching it just for this, to see if I was going to crap all over it, well, no. All these episodes are randomly selected, unless it's like a big premiere episode, like with when Maul came out, or when Spider-Man No Way Home premiered on Disney Plus. I watch it at the time that it comes out. But for the most part, my list here is fully randomized by that the number selector. And 32 on this list actually goes to a very Disney thing, at least a modern Disney thing. It points to Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide concert special. So we got another concert. Yeah. So if you love Descendants, you love zombies, and you want to see a concert featuring all the songs you know and love from those movies, well, here you go. And I think this just got added a few months ago, so it's pretty new. But yeah, that's what we're going to watch. Descendants, Zombies, Worlds Collide concert special is what we're watching next at the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.